A huge welcome to everybody. This is our game of the week. Tremendous buzz in the stadium. You can feel the energy building. Fan base is looking forward to this one, and we're right there with them. Nevada, we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on the 12th ranked team, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler. Kurt, let's get to the action. And the Aztecs will kick this deep to start us off. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's second down.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. They look to throw it here on second down. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Here's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
On the run, it's Rogers. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. And here's the handoff. Just trucks the man. Powerful running into the secondary. They get him down, but a solid run by the freshman.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback with the shovel pass underneath. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage.
Aiming for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down, ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense is back out on the field now. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Aztecs. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Here comes the UAB offense back out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He's going to take off. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is made, and that's good for a first down to the 47.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The Blazers have 1st and 10 here. Running, and now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Touchdown, San Diego State. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, That's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Blazers offense retakes the field now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's complete downfield. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
There's a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Okay, ready? Second down after that previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Good enough for first down yardage.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
He's going to hand this off. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
He's brought down at the 19-yard line. Brings up second down.
Here's the second down play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, San Diego State 21, UAB 0.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, UAB. Now they line up to kick the extra point. Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
21, UAB 7.
This one will be fair caught. Aztecs offense back on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. From the shotgun, handoff inside, and the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, Not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The Aztecs pick up enough to get a first down there. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. The UAB offense is back out on the field now. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
A first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And he drops back in the gun. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. He makes the grab. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. The Blazers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking to throw yet again. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And he's got it. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Direct snap to the back. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The timeout is called, a 4th stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. 32nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Final 10 seconds of the half. It'll be 1st down. The DB's backing off from the line now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the 1st half of play. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Blazers will kick this away to start the 2nd half. And he fields it inside the 15. They'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. The San Diego State offense on the field now. First down, looking to throw the ball. The tight end has got it. And the gain is good enough for a 1st down near the 38.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, Here he shows he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 40. Just trucks through the defender. Tackle made after a big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Ball handed off. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And they stop him just short, but defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. 1st and goal, handoff. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And they tack on the extra point.
31, UAB 14.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And out comes the offense set to take over here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
They'll run it from the gun. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
Here we go. Third and goal coming up. A pre-snap motion from the offense. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete, just across the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Blazers offense retakes the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The sure hands. It's Rodgers. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
First down here for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The completion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Here's the throw deep downfield. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how... out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Crosses the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Some press coverage now from these DBs. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. From the they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he pulls in the catch. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And the Aztecs pick up enough yards to move the sticks. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And they'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, San Diego State. And this one is getting ugly. So the offense flexing here, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
UAB 14.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down. The Blazers looking to run some tempo here. Tackled, but first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's brought down after a big first down game. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Blazers line up on first and 10 now.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Bringing pressure. And he's brought down, a sack by the defense coming up big on this fourth down play.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. This has been a dominant performance so far, up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Breaking free at the 35. The freshman brought down after a nice run.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. The back's got it. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
The Aztecs looking to keep this drive moving. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.